Hello to all and welcome back to Air Realistic in the Sunderland Mk V, or as I have now called it, my baby, the Nightmare. Yes, this aircraft is something that I was somewhat shocked about when it was introduced. I mean, I always assumed that by the time the other Sunderlands would arrive in this game, they would have fixed the Sunderland being at a 1.7 battle rating, as it is extremely overpowered. So imagine my surprise when I saw this being introduced, and it only goes up to a 2.0 battle rating, despite the fact it is vastly better armed. Yes, this aircraft is, well, everything the old Sunderland was and more, with even better armament, and just all in all, an absolutely stunning aircraft, and something that I find very dear to my heart when I play, something I cannot get enough of playing, hence why it is my baby, the Nightmare. So after getting 3 down kills from high altitude without even using the scope, because I am that much in one with this aircraft, the first Ki-27 arrives on the scene, and here I'll admit I fire a bit randomly and rapidly, not really aiming as well as I should have been, and yes, I do absolutely rip him to shreds here, but I'm just holding down trigger way too long. There's a Ki-10 there, trying to fire at him, and suddenly everyone's on my tail, and I've just ran out of ammunition in my rear gunner, which is annoying. So Ki-10 appears ahead of me, clip him as well, but I'm just going to dive down here and fly away from them all, because quite honestly with you, this thing is pretty fast, all things considered, and when it comes to reserve level aircraft, this thing can and will fly away from them. So next up is a Ki-43, or at least it was, as it's just been set on fire, and it's not going to be with us much longer, which makes my first kill of the game. Now you may say to yourself, this looks like it's easy, and that's probably because it is. Hence the name The Nightmare, because this is literally the worst thing you ever want to come up against, and it doesn't help, Japanese aircraft have really poor armament. Now the second one's appeared, I set him on fire, and he gets destroyed out of the sky before he even gets guns on target. Yeah, it's that easy. Now as he's flying past, I'm just going to tickle him on his rear. Aha! Yeah, I don't know why I did that. But either way, that's my second kill of the game, and I'm straight away moving in to try and pick up more kills from these incredibly weakly armoured origami designed aircraft that is the Japanese Reserve Air Force. Now the J1M1 does fly straight past me here, tickle him, nothing more, and I'm going to go straight onto the back of this Ki-27. Because after all, we all know that that Ki-27 will probably influence the war as we know it, as they are probably the most advanced and futuristic aircraft in the entire Second World War. In fact, if Japan didn't lose the war in 1945, I wouldn't be surprised if such aircraft was still in service with the Japanese Air Force today. But regardless of the facts, let's look at more massacres as I move in to try and intercept this large force of what appears to be biplanes. How absolutely terrifying. So I simply just go ahead of them here, get on my rear gunners, and give them what for. That's one Ki-10 on fire, that A5 M4 is getting massacred, that's him on fire, the other aircrafts around my sides are firing at me, and they appear to just have got out of the way, and oh! Yeah. So, basically, in case you didn't see what happened, 2 aircraft that I absolutely crippled and was about to kill crash into each other, and I didn't get the kill for either. Thanks, Gaijin. It's a great game. What's that? Official game release, was this? The official game release? Yeah, it looks like you need to improve on some other things. Oh, but while I was talking, I completely went past me, absolutely crippling a Ki-10 and destroying it with so much as a sneeze from my rear gunners. Honestly, this thing is an absolute juggernaut. And, well, with that being my 4th official kill, despite the fact it should actually be 6 right now, but as I've already stated, yeah, thanks Gaijin for your really well-made system on getting kills and not. I'm still only on 4, and wow, that Ki-10 really is quite accurate at shooting Blenheims, and set that one on fire. How did it do that? I mean, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that from poor gunnery. What are you on about? No, that wasn't me. That was that nasty Kai 10, you see. Very dangerous. So anyway, there does appear to be a Kai 21 coming straight below me, so I'm just going to dip in and begin chase sequence, as it is a well-known fact that the Sunderland Mk V is a world-known interceptor. And as you can see, I'm absolutely rinsing him with my 7.7s on the front of my aircraft here, and you can see that I completely forgot these aircraft. Well, I completely forgot that these guns ram incredibly quickly, and in that one moment I jammed every single one of my guns at the same time. Yeah. But either way, it doesn't particularly matter too much, as I have a front gunner! Haha! Yeah, these 7.7s from this range aren't doing very much, are they? Nah, not really. That's the Kai 21 for you. Well-made aircraft. As I've already stated, it's these early reserve tier Japanese aircraft you want to be afraid of. These are the things that change the outcome of wars, I'm telling you. So at this point I decided to turn off from such a formidable foe in the fear that he may be capable of one-hit killing me with those mighty 7.7mm machine guns on its rear. Truly a devastating force. So next up is a Kai 27 who's taking some pot shots at me even, so I take some pot shots at him, and nothing really happens other than a couple of hits. You know, if I didn't know better, I would have thought these Kai 27s have probably about realised that the Sunderlands are extremely overpowered. Well, I mean, not that I can confirm such a thing, but you would think that, considering they're now, instead of sitting on my tail and firing at me, now actually trying to get away from my guns as fast as possible. But either way, I fired a Kai 10 and the J1M1 appears on my tail, and it's time we need to take this guy out, because he's probably the only aircraft on their entire team that can actually do damage to me, and there he is on fire, nice and smoking away. And since he's on fire, it won't be much more of a challenge to beat him, so just line them up. And fire, and there we go, very nice. And that is my official 5th kill, and my official ace, even though I had one a lot earlier, as I'm sure you're aware, but once again, thanks Gaijin for having a really well working system. If you crash into an ally, it doesn't count as a kill, even if you've been spraying at them for the last 5 minutes. But oh well, not sour at all, what you on about? And let's just get back to the killing, as this thing is very good at doing just that. Now, this A5M4 appears to be skadoodling along quite nicely here, so let's see if we can't knock him out of the sky. And he appears to be going for my Sunderland brother, so let's try and take him out here. Nah. I think I smoked him, but that's about the best I did. Shame that. But oh well, it doesn't matter really, because to be honest with you, this is where all the fun ends. That A5M will get shot down by sitting on that Sunderland's arse the whole time. And, well, I don't get anywhere, to be honest with you, because, in case you haven't noticed, my engines are very quickly dying. So, let's just speed up here and get to the inevitable crash landing. Now, from my extensive knowledge of flying boats, I know it as a fact that flying boats are incredibly good at crash landing on the hard, rough terrain. So with this in mind, we're coming in. Everyone brace. Ooh, 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 and we're down. See, a textbook landing. And didn't break apart at all, actually, which I'll admit I'm a little bit surprised. So at this point, I start trying to offer up a free kill to my enemies, not actually giving a free kill, you see. What I'm actually hoping is they'll get close to me so then I can shoot them down with my gunners. However, tragically enough, such a thing never happens, unfortunately. So, with that in mind, I might as well skip ahead to... Well, you know, there's no point in seeing all of me sitting around here until the game ends, so let's actually skip ahead to the moment when I looked inside the cockpit and remembered that all cockpits now have textures, which is pretty cool. So, sometime later, I'm sitting around not doing much, and oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's a cockpit. Ah, look at this. They finally oh my god! What the hell? I mean, these look all nice. Yeah, the front of the aircraft doesn't look half bad. Yeah, this is alright, but... And yeah, I mean, that's not, though. What is this? What are these textures? I'm sorry, am I on the Super Nintendo? What in God's name are these textures in the back? Oh well. Either way, we won the game. And although Gaijin is incredibly sloppy at all these textures, I suppose it's better than nothing. So, first for the team, as you'd expect, and that's all I have to show you for today. So if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, it's always appreciated. And until next time, I say thank you very much, and I'll see you then.